UFC Fight Night Cejudo vs. Song wrapped up just last night. And whoa, wasn't that one of the best cards we've seen in a long time? Or have we ever seen a prelim with 7 finishes in a row? That's nuts. And I thought last week's card was great. 8 finishes on the night, 6 knockouts, 2 submissions, 4 decisions. I believe 2 of those were split decisions. What an intense night for fights. I can't wait to get into the prediction. I really can't wait to get into the betting recap. But let's get into the prediction recap right now. Our first match was Modestas Bukalkas versus Sakara. And go back and watch my prediction video for what I said about Rafael Sakara. Should have known Modestas was going to knock this guy out. Takes care of it early in round 1. 16 total strikes, all that it took for Modestas to get the job done. The second bout was Ruzaboyev versus McConaughey. Maybe it was, the jitters of his first event for whatever reason. I thought he looked okay in that first round. Ruzaboyev getting it done. Our second knockout of the night. This was crazy. I'm thinking about that parlay that I played. I was smelling knockouts. I didn't know there were going to be this many, though. Austin Vanderford gets a knockout in the second round. Nikolai Veretennikov has a sore loser moment, pushing Vanderford in the back after the bell. 3 knockouts in a row. And what did I tell you about my boy Ricky Simone, my dog? My first dog pick on the night, and I'm so glad I had faith in Ricky Simone because he rocked Basharat. Go back and check my prediction video. I told you Ricky Simone was going to get it done. No joke, Simone. Smoking Basharat for the 4th knockout of the night. And here was the 5th knockout of the night in a row. Mansour Abdul Malik, who almost fumbled the ball in this one, which is crazy, because if you go back and watch my prediction video, what did I say? Nobody should be a 12-1 favorite on anybody, and look, it almost happened. I even mentioned the Peyton Talbot incident a few weeks ago. Go watch that prediction video. It's scary how I was calling this. What did I say about Costa? I said Costa's road to victory would be to wrap up Andre Fili, and he gets the submission win, just like I said he would. Crazy. Just crazy. 6 finishes in a row to start off the night in the prelims. And then we get the improbable happening. Instead of Ian Cutelaba knocking out Aslan, which is what I thought this match would end up coming down to, Ian gets a submission win. A plus 1,200, whatever they said that was running. If you had Ian by submission in round 1, take a bow. And that is our 7th finish in a row last night. That's nuts. Then we go into a match that we all thought was going to end by knockout, and here's our first decision bout of the night. It was, what did they call this? This was the fight of the night. That's crazy. It was more like the gasping for air of the night, because these two were gassed after round 1. But yeah, it was an entertaining fight. Both guys looking like they could have at one point a few times knocked out the other. Both stay on their feet. Alonzo Menafield getting it done. Congrats to you, sir. And then what did I tell you about the Lord Assassin? Knockout in round 1, our 6th knockout of the night. Gene Silva getting it done. I told you, Melsick, the gun bagged this Orion. You needed a gun to take out the Lord Assassin. Gene coming through, as he always does. And what did I say about this fight? I lose my prediction, but if you go back and listen to my prediction, I said I was so tempted to pick Rob Font, because if anybody could put an L on the perfect record of Gene Matsumoto, it would have been Rob Font. And indeed, that is what happens in a very close matchup. It was a great match. I really enjoyed this fight. On to the co-main. Fluffy gets it done. Decision unanimously. That was my bet. One of my main bets. And we are going to get to the betting recap. I cannot wait to get to the betting recap. Brendan Allen comes up short, but another great matchup. And another great match, even though it wasn't a finish. It was exciting. And then, the reason why everybody is booing, should we be surprised? Henry Cejudo complaining like he was blind and he couldn't see anymore. Takes 5 minutes to recover from the eye poke. I thought that was hilarious. Henry, after the end of the fight, he says, "Oh, we're gonna run this one back," or something along those lines. And then I saw the post presser, and they asked Dana, "Are we gonna see that fight again?" And Dana's like, "I don't want to see it again." And if you're wondering why, Henry, it might have something to do with you, taking 5 minutes to get your vision back, which you never really got back. Just, what a way to end such a great card. Song Yadong getting it done. He was my pick. So on my predictions for the night, I go 8-4. The same thing I did last week. I went 8-4. But let's get into the bet recap. As already mentioned, for our official predictions on the night, we went 8-4. And for our official 5 main bets, I go 3 for 5. And let's take a look at those main bets that I had. That first one, the over 1.5 on the first 2 matches, I knew that was a big nothing burger the next day when I woke up in the morning and thought about that bet. I was thinking, yep, I don't think this one's going to hit, but let it ride. And then we had the Veritenikov bet. Picked him on the money line. I'm revoking your last name OV status. Get the hell out of here. And then we had my dog Ricky Simone coming through on the money line. Plus 180 hits. Should have put more on my boy Ricky. And I said I was feeling a lot of faith with Ricky last night. Should have listened to that. Then we had the double chance bet hit with Melky Costa getting the submission at plus 140. Feely for decision was the other part of that double chance. And that hits as well. And then we hit the final main bet on the night. Anthony Hernandez getting the job done by decision as predicted. Coming through. Making my main 5 official bets go 3 for 5. And then we had the parlay pick of the night. My 3-pick parlay. My problem with this one is I picked the wrong 2 first matches to pair that up with Gene Silva. Now, didn't I? I could have picked any one of those first 5 matches and got this bet hit. Wow. And the 2 matches I pick are between the 2 big guys. One goes to submission with Ian pulling out that submission on Aslan, and then the other goes to split. Could have paired any one of those other first matches with Gene Silva. Gene Silva, of course, the Lord Assassin getting the job done. Then I had 3 live bets on this card. I also bet Fluffy Hernandez to go over 2.5 when I saw that bet go into decision before the fight started. I said to myself, well, if I'm thinking this is going to decision, might as well just throw this 8 and change on this over 2.5, and sure enough, that hits. But then I had 2 parlays that did go nowhere. Of course, I got tempted by the boost. Here's my boost parlay that I almost, if you kind of look at it, all I had to do was just switch a little bit up here. Would have been successful, but no. That gets thrown in the trash. And then I had this 9-pick parlay, which actually goes 7 of 9 on it. But no, it's a nothing burger as well. And that left me with about 15% of my budget. That's a fancy way of saying I got $15 left. So I had 25% to start off the night with. And I'm looking at these bets that I had placed, and I realized, yeah, there's not a lot of value here unless one of these long shot parlays gets me some money. So what do? Right before the match starts, I review my own video, and I looked at those 5 $1 donation bets. And let's pull up my official bets on the night. That was my $5 12 pick. Get out of here. That went nowhere, going 8 for 4 on that. And then I had the 5 $1 that you saw me flash up on the screen. Those are all trash. One by one. And then, I'd say it was around 3 p.m. yesterday, I'm looking at these $1 donation bets that I just showed you. And I'm thinking, there's no variety there. I'm not putting down Vanderford's name. I don't have Sakara on there. I should have gave him no respect, just like I said. But anyway, you gotta have variety if you're gonna play the lotto bets. So I throw up 5 more. And here are the first 4. And I think on 5 of them, I was going to have Vanderford, and then I was going to mix up the other matches that I thought could go either way. And sure enough, as I had mentioned in my prediction video yesterday, on my first episode, I had a 40,000 plus bet odd $1 bet going. And I'll flash it up here right now to remind you, that is the perfect event of Imavov and Adesanya. The perfect 11-0. I chickened out right after MVP won. I took the cash out on this, and actually Imavov got it done, and I could have quadrupled my money that night. What are the odds that in 4 events I put up another $1 winner? This is the perfect 12-0 card. And take a look at what they're offering. So they're offering $32.08 after Ian Cutelaba submits Aslan. And I'm like, okay, what is that? That's like 7 in a row, right? I'm like, okay, that's kind of low for 7 in a row, $32, okay. Gene Silva, Menafield comes up, gets the split decision. Now they're offering me $43. I'm like, nah, get out of here with that. Gene Silva takes care of business. Now they're offering me $52. And I'm like, nah, I don't think so. And then Rob Font gets it done. And this is the situation I find myself in. What are the odds that I am in the same situation I'm in that I was in episode 1 on my YT right here? Check out the recap video on that so you can see what happened. I took that cash out, as I already mentioned. And did I take the cash out? Well, let me set this up. Someone who shall not be named sent me a picture of their picks right before the event started. And this someone is now 9-1 at this point, and it's in my mind. I'm thinking, whoa, they're about to go 11-1 on this event. And look who they have winning. Coming up next, Brendan Allen. That little doubt in my mind made me cash out the plus 34,000 odd bet. And I failed to quadruple my money. I only more than double it on the night. But seriously, show me a picker here on YouTube that can show you two, count them, two perfect full card parlays that they had running in the past 3 weeks. If you can show me that YouTube picker, link them in my comments, please. I'm just saying. Your boy right here just pulled off a 40,000 3 weeks ago on February 1st. Pulls off a 34,000 last night. Yeah, I cashed them both out, but that's not the point. Think about the odds on that. Within 3 weeks, I got a plus 40,000 bet and a plus 34,000 perfect full card parlay donation bets. But maybe they shouldn't be called donation bets now, should they? This was crazy. And just like episode 1, I'm stuck in the situation where I'm wondering if I don't take this, then I possibly lose everything. But if I take it, I'm more than guaranteed doubling my money, which is what I did last night. I always go in with $100 on each one of these events. It's easy to keep track of. And I'm just killing it. But just think about that. If those 10 donation bets, if that's all I had done, and they all had a 0 at the end of it, I'm taking $1,600 after Rob Font takes care of business. Wow. Just wow. You got all these pickers here on YouTube, some of them with thousands of followers running their mouths off a mile a minute. And your boy over here, with his measly 20 and 30 views an episode, has just given you guys 2 full card perfect parlays on display. But again, just like episode 1, I didn't post these donation bets right here because I posted these on my own account 3 hours before the matches even started. So how was I supposed to update this video and show you my 5 more donation bets? I'm thinking if I start getting more subscribers, which I should. I mean, if someone's pulling off 2 perfect events in the past 3 weeks and showing the tickets, I would think, you few people that are watching these vids, you might want to think about hitting that follow button. Hit that little ring icon. Because on Friday, coming up, we're going to have an event March 1st. And it's going to be Asu Almabayev versus Manel Kape. And I'm going to be looking to get this paper again. And if I get 3, if I run these dog donation bets again and get 3 events perfect on these donation bets in 5 events, I don't even know what to say. Once again, I don't make the right move, but I do make the smart move in guaranteeing myself more than doubling my cash on the night. The same problem I had when I was wondering if I should ride with Imavov just a few weeks ago. This is crazy. Well, I hope everybody did well last night. Finally, I have another great night. Could have been so much better. I'll see you next week.